We are live. Hello, everybody. I am Tim telling tales, and I am here this evening with the illustrious author of our January book read with EyeCU Reading and Social Network, the M.I.L, i.e., the mother-in-law, author A.A. Lewis. Everybody, if you're out
Hello.
there, give it up. We know that sometimes when we start like right on time, people got
Right.
to, you know,
Of course.
on,
Of course.
come on in the room. So for all of you who are out there, go ahead and make sure that you are sharing this video, sharing this live stream. Tap in, tell me good evening. Say hi to me so I know that you out there. I'm gonna be looking for y'all in the comment section. I'm gonna give y'all a couple minutes because I know how we do. And we were just talking about how the football game is going on. So people got to pull themselves away from the good game.
Need a minute.
They need a minute. So bring your tails on up in here. Don't play with us. Nah, especially if you didn't read this book. If you read this book, then you already know this gonna be some very good conversation because the Veronica Daniels
Hot mess.
is a whole mess. A whole mess. Okay, so Ebony, hey girl, hey. How
Hey,
you
Miss Ebony.
We all know Ebony. That's our president of EyeCU Reading and Social Network. So she's here in the building. I know it's some other eyes watching us. They must not want to speak to me on tonight. Or maybe they on a device. They watching in their car. They can't say hey or nothing. But that's okay. I know y'all are out there. And we're going to get started with a little conversation just about the author, not even about the book immediately, because as we were saying before the stream started, the people want to know about you, AA.
Sure.
And there is a question that I'm going to wait until about the 7:10 mark to ask because I want as many people as I can to be in here when I ask it because I know they thinking and they wondering about it. You probably know what the question is too.
I think I do. I think I do.
You probably know. So I'm gonna give everybody a minute to get in here. But in the meantime, prior to the stream actually starting, we were discussing a couple of things, and one of those being your podcast.
Yes.
So share with the people. Tell us about
Uh my husband and I, well, first of all, hello everyone. I'm so excited to be here. Been waiting for this conversation all month long. So thank you for
it.
having me. Um but back to the podcast. My husband and I have a podcast called The Urban Green Room.
Okay.
And it came about during the pandemic because we were at home and we found ourselves having the most hilarious real conversations on topics that you normally reserve for maybe when he's with his boys, but he can't get with his boys, so he got to vent it to me. And I couldn't get with my girls, so I had to vent it to him. And he said, this is a great stress release and we're hilarious. And other people need to be in on some of these conversations. So we invited all of our author friends to join us. And we actually did 2 seasons. So we're getting ready to gear up for season 3. We took a long hiatus, but I'm back. But it's conversations, real conversations. We want to talk about stuff that you talk about at home. So like our very first episode was on oral sex, right? And like we had 2 other authors and a male guest and my husband and I, and we went into oral sex. And we were asking the questions like when was the best, who gave you the best oral sex? Because I was just like, was it a white girl? Was it a black girl? Like, who did it? Like, I wanted to know because, inquiring minds, as Ebony would say. Yeah. So, and then like I shared, and you can go back and watch that video. I shared that like I don't like thick liquids. So we have really honest conversations during our podcast. And I said I wanted to do it where it wasn't scripted. We all know the topic ahead of time, but we're just gonna talk about it and put it all out there. Because 9 times out of 10 people are thinking it. So the Urban Green Room is coming back, y'all. So yay, it's coming
Oh,
back. Real conversations, real topics, and a whole bunch of laughs.
awesome. So let me ask you this, because on my end, I experienced a bit of interference.
Uh-huh.
And so I'm not exactly sure what all I may have missed.
Probably
um,
the part where I said I don't like thick liquids. Did you get that one?
I have missed that.
So
See, listen, some in the atmosphere was like, Tamara, you don't need to be hearing this. Your virgin ears.
your virgin ears.
My virgin ears. Child, say it again, though.
I said in
Mhm.
that particular episode on oral sex, I don't like thick liquids.
Okay.
And we went into how that plays into the performance and how, like, I don't do milkshakes. Milk is too thick for me. So we were talking about the swallowing process and why some women may do it and some women may not. And when I tell you we have real conversations, and when I tell you my inbox lit up after that episode, I was just like, see, it's something that women talk about. Men, you may not have even known about this. This is the reason why behind it. And
Conversation. I
yeah,
love
other things. We just have fun with
I
the
miss
podcast.
find the Urban Green Room? Did I get that? Did we? Where can I?
Urban Green Room podcast is on all podcast streaming networks and platforms.
Okay.
Um,
I'm looking it
Anchor,
up.
Spotify, Google, all of
Okay.
them.
Everybody,
So,
I'm looking for that first episode. Marlon.
and you can watch it on YouTube. I forgot. Urban Green Room has a YouTube page. So we actually did the audio and the video for the podcast. It's way more fun to watch though.
I bet. Cause listen, Marlon Mikulski, another author, he always be trying to show up and start some foolishness. You know what I'm saying? So he in here talking about virgin ears. Yes, virgin ears. I said what I said.
I don't think you can say virgin ears after reading Veronica.
Well, you know what? You might have a point. You might have a point, because she was nasty. She was, I mean,
I liked her level of nastiness.
I did too. I didn't like her level of
mothering.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If she had been doing these things with some other people, then I'd be like, get your freak on. But yeah, no, nah, mama. Okay, see, didn't I just say that I was not about to jump right into the book immediately? We was gonna be just chit-chatting back. See, I can't help myself. Girl, I be all over the place. But that is organic, and you said you like organic.
I'm okay. I'm okay. However you want the conversation to go.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna also just go ahead and just say this. You know, I mean, if you're looking for other people to partake in the podcast, I'm just saying, I'm here. I'm available. You know, if you ever wanna.
Yes. We are putting the lineup up now. We're getting the lineup and topics ready. And if you have a topic you want to discuss, Tam, we are all for it. Yes.
Let me think on that.
Mm-hmm. I'll be in your inbox. You don't put the invite out there. I will be in your inbox.
Okay, I like it. Okay, let me see what he's talking about. Them ears ain't been a okay, don't do that. Don't do that. Marlon. Don't come into this chat on no foolishness. Okay. We came to learn more about AA. We came to talk about Veronica raggedy ass. But we did not come here to be questioning my purity. Okay, so if I say it's something on me that's virgin, then that's just what it is. Either way, this ain't about me. We are at the 7:10 mark, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I am ready to ask my question.
Okay,
Okay.
go ahead.
Can you please tell us your name?
Sure. And I knew that was going to be the question. So, AA, the initials AA stand for my middle name. So I'm going to say the whole name so that you can get the picture.
Okay.
My full name is Soyani Anike Ayo Lewis. And it's Yoruba for richly blessed, destined for greatness, but trouble. And in the EyeCU group, I got that question and I sort of mentioned like the middle names, what they mean individually, are blessed and joy, right? And because I don't have an African surname, it forms an incomplete sentence. So Ayo, which normally means joy, becomes troubled because I don't have an African surname. So I am richly blessed, destined for greatness, but trouble. And I think I live up to that every day. I do. I don't know how they knew that. I tend to cause more positive trouble now. So I sort of grew into it. Yes. But it's one of those names as a kid, as a child, you don't quite understand why is it so difficult, right? Plus, it's a name that was normally reserved for the firstborn child, male child of the family, and I'm a female. So I'm the firstborn female out of 9 kids. So I kind of earned the right to be called all those things and more.
You have. And can you pronounce it for us one more time? It's so
It's pronounced Soyani Anike Ayo. So AA Anike Ayo and then Lewis.
Soyani Anike Ayo.
Yep.
I did it.
There you go.
I'm proud
now,
of
when
you.
you see it spelled out, people will be like, what? Because of all of the vowels. But it is, and if I was a male, it would be pronounced Soyemi Anike Ayo.
Soyami Anike Ayo. I got it. I hear your husband in the background.
He 2 rooms away.
He watching the game.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is. Okay. Yep. I hear him. I mean, before the broadcast go off, I feel like he just needs to come in and say hello to the people.
And you know what? And he will.
Okay.
And he's watching too. So
duals. Oh, y'all got one of them TVs where you can watch 2 different screens at the same time.
He's on the you gonna stop coming to the doorway now.
He want to support his wife. That's all that is.
You know what? He's a narrator. So he's always
talking.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine.
We gonna he'll be in here to pop his head and say hello to everybody. I'm sure.
Wonderful. We love to see it. Okay, so all right, I guess we could go ahead and we can start talking about the book. For all of you all who are out there watching us, if you want to make sure that you share this stream on your Facebook page, please go ahead and do so. Because although we will be spoiling, we will be talking about deets in this. For those of you who have read it, awesome. You'll be able to kind of ask your questions over in the chat area. But for those of you who have not read it, if you're okay with a spoiler, then stay right on here in the room, because probably after listening to us talk about it, you're going to want to read it. Okay? You're going to want to read it. You're going to want to be like, that's how Veronica get down? Okay, let me see what Hot Mama is talking about. Okay? So,
Just don't blame me for her actions. Like, I'm not Veronica,
You
people.
you the author. We gonna have to blame somebody. Okay, so you
Go.
listen. You gonna maybe have to catch the smoke.
You know what?
'Cause
I've been catching smoke for Veronica
you
for a
gonna have to,
couple
yeah,
months now.
Veronica.
Like,
You gotta catch that smoke.
I'm okay. I'm okay catching
You
the smoke
fine?
for her.
Okay. Daryl said, "What up?" That's is there your husband?
Uh-huh.
Hi, Daryl. And Monique is here too. Hi, girl. Hi. All right, you guys. So, Veronica Daniels, aka the mother-in-law. Oh, baby, she is hot mama. Like literally, she is completely and totally hot in the ass. AA, would
Yes.
you please give us a synopsis of this book really quickly?
Whew. Um, Veronica Daniels is a woman who gets her way. She believes in using everything her mama gave her to get what she wants.
Mm-hmm.
Um, she takes no prisoners, and that includes and does not, excuse me, takes no prisoners and does not hold back from releasing or running over anyone, including her daughters.
Mm-hmm.
So Veronica Daniels is, in her mind, God's gift to mankind, God's gift to man. She is beautiful. She is affluent. She is has been married several times. And up until her last husband, Veronica did not have any competition, so to speak, because she didn't have, to her, there was no other woman in the world that was ever going to match what she brought to the table until she had daughters of her own. So
Mm-hmm.
she wound up having three daughters who, just like, just like her, were beautiful. They were gorgeous. And the youngest daughter, Skylar, even surpassed her mother in her looks, her beauty. And instead of embracing that, Veronica saw that as they were stealing her thunder.
Mm.
And if it didn't help that they were daddy's girls, because that meant she was also fighting for her place with her husband in her mind with her daughters.
Mm-hmm.
So she took every advantage of that situation. Um, the level of mothering for her and her daughters was non-existent because they were enemies of hers. And that's exactly how she saw it. If they were not going to play by her rules, then they were enemies of hers. And unfortunately, this led to um, an, a toxic family environment, to say
Mm-hmm.
the least. And and through that, Veronica set out to win at all costs, even if it meant hurting her daughters.
Yeah. You know what I have found in a lot of literature lately is these toxic mamas. And I be feeling like, it's we're seeing it more and more often because a lot of times people are using their books to kind of write some truths that they either experience personally or they know of with other people that they know.
Mhm.
And child, some of people's first bullies was their mama.
Mhm.
And that rings true in this book for sure. And it definitely didn't help that she's a whore. She's a
She
whore.
was a woman of many talents,
She
and
was a whore.
she was a good one. Let me tell you,
She
because
was clearly. So she
she
was.
married right. She married. Her words were, "I'm marrying for money
Mm-hmm.
because love will come later. You'll learn to love, but I'm looking out for myself first financially." And
Yeah.
that was something that she had hoped would resonate with her daughters, which it didn't. They all went after love first. And at that, she helped with that piece of it. So, it was two-sided. She helped fine men for her daughters.
Right. And
And the daughters were clueless to it, so they fell in love, and the mother was looking out more so for their financial well-being in doing so. I mean, plus her financial well-being. It was a very twisted tale of love.
it was. And I never heard of these matchmakers who ultimately are matching people who don't know they're being matched. That was a new one for me. I love that twist.
It is a thing though.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
See, that's them is rich people problems. Okay, girl, I am very average over here, clearly, because I ain't know nothing about it. Okay, I'm very much so middle class. That's a whole nother tax bracket of dealings that I don't know nothing about. But wow, I thought that was crazy. And okay, and so we had quite a few characters, and so I had to take a couple notes to make sure I kept the daughters and their husband straight. So of course we had Chandra and Brandon. That was
Mm-hmm.
our first married
Couple.
couple. We knew with the old nasty Brandon
Yes.
following up behind Veronica like a sick puppy dog. I said, oh, she didn't put it on him heavy and was straight dogging him out.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, don't you ever pop up in my house like this again. Who you think you are? Run me that dick. But still, don't do it no more.
And then was like, go home to your wife.
Go home to your wife / my daughter. Cause she's supposed to been pregnant. What is you doing? Oh, Veronica, you nasty. She's a mess.
When I wrote the first chapter, because I had explained a little bit about my writing process in the group chat. And I said, Veronica came to me. She spoke these things. I went to typing. And when the conversation, when the first scene, she's fucking Brandon, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, you
And when she said, I looked down at his complexion and thought how beautiful my grandchildren would be. I was like, who says that? I was, you so nasty.
oh,
So
she was talking to you in your head. Cause
uh,
you trying to put this off on Veronica like you ain't make her up. I see
so I'm
you think
pleading.
not
I'm
gonna
a
catch
plead
oh,
insanity, right? I'm a plead insanity because
you gonna get it.
when I went back and read the book, I was like, there is no way. Like I thought this up. Like Veronica spoke through me. She used me as a
Mm.
vessel. That is my defense with her in her
Oh,
action.
oh, okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
I'm gonna
That's
stick to that.
that's fine. I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna let you because I like the book. I'm gonna
Okay.
let you go with that. Okay. So then we had our next um couple. That
Mm-hmm.
was Skylar and Brad.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I was cool with how things kind of started off because I'm like, okay, well that at least with that one she didn't really know. But then here we come and find out like, oh, but this ain't the first time. Oh no. I said, well, dang, mama. First of all, okay, let me go back. How old is Veronica? Because Sister had 4 husbands and then had now grown daughters.
Mm-hmm.
How old is she?
I put Veronica at about 65, 68
Years old?
years old. Mm-hmm.
Wait a hold on.
65,
Wait a minute.
65. And I said, and I'm pushing 68, but 65 for sure.
You telling me that
Mm-hmm.
this woman was pulling all of these dudes and women and getting Social Security? I know you lying.
No, because I mentioned like I I'm pretty sure she was married to one of her husbands for 10 years. So, and she got married at an early age. She had children, so she had started having children. Um, yeah, in her 30s. Mhm. It puts her at easily 65.
Sis.
Now, with that being said, I looked around at 65-year-old women today, and they are some of the most beautiful women, bad to the bone women.
I mean, I'm
And
not
I
gonna argue
said it could
about it.
happen. I see 66, I see 65 for sure.
Okay. 55 was what I was probably shooting for. But dang, Social Security coochie, baby, listen. Oh, oh wow.
So, so the surprise with her having at the end, like I'm jumping forward, everybody, the surprise with her being a mother. So
Yeah.
let's just say 60 is when she was 60 at the time of engaging in this activity with the girls getting married. 5 years later puts her at 65, which
Okay.
is how, like, that's the surprise. And when you do the numbers, because it literally says like she got married in her early 20s. She was married for 10 years to one husband. Like, it starts to add up. And then the ages of the daughters. She's about 60. By the time the book ends with the surprise of the son, she's about 65.
Girl, my jaw on the
She
ground.
said vintage coochie, yes.
Baby, cause listen, 65. Girl, I just gave my mama a 65 birthday party in September. And let me tell you what Cynthia best not ever think she gonna do with her life. And that's to be out here moving like a Veronica Daniels, baby. If you thought that was how you wanted to move, your time has come and gone, mama. You can't do that no more. 65. Yeah, it was time for her to
Because
go sit that down.
any younger, the timeline doesn't make sense. So I literally was like, well, how old are you? Because I asked myself that I was like, she is clearly 60 years old. I said, and behaving like this, which is also a very upsetting, you know,
Mm,
thing for a mother to be of that age, behaving the way that she was. But yeah, she was easily, and I said, that 65 to 68 age range at the end of the book, it is very likely that that's how it was. People were like that in your
Crystal. Nah, sis, listen. I'm about to give you some advice here. Don't do that.
Listen, all I'm gonna say is
Don't do
stretch.
that.
Stretch and make sure you're
And
cool.
see, look at you trying to put it off of Veronica. It was you. That's why you gonna catch this smoke, because this was you. And here you go telling Crystal, go girl, go ahead,
No,
do it.
I'm not encouraging it. What I'm
Yes,
saying
you is.
is,
Yes, you is.
do your
You gotta be
stretches,
speaking improper English and
Kegels,
everything.
get your Kegels going, and you'll be all right.
Crystal, don't do this. Don't do this. I'm just, don't do this. That ain't what you want, girl. You don't want to catch a baby at
Just
60.
no. Mm-mm.
Mm,
Not
60, because
that
I'm
part. Everything
feeling
else, live
like
your
she
life.
hadn't gone through the change or nothing. Just,
That was the surprise. Because I was
man,
like, what else? What else could you possibly do? Right. And then at the end, I was like, oh, like she did a lot of fucking. She
she
got
did a lot.
pregnant. Like, I know she did. Hmm.
I ain't gonna lie. I was waiting for her to catch something else besides the baby, because I mean, sis was doing a lot with
Um,
a lot.
I think by the
Women,
time she met Brad's parents,
men,
but okay, so in true confession, I know parents who swing, right? I
okay.
know I know parents that swing, and they had a very open lifestyle with their children. So I've heard the stories of, the son going to the parents to fix girlfriend problems, right?
Mm.
And that's how, and I was just like, well, that would be an interesting twist. And I know a little bit about how that worked out for some people. So yes. Um, so let me just tell you, this side of Detroit, I mean, this side of Michigan, Come closer to the lake, folks. There's a lot of swinging communities. Brad's parents did not surprise me.
See, if you closer to Detroit, they just be cheating. So so clearly you got to go into like the other metropolitan areas in Michigan for folks to be in on it. But in Detroit, nah, you just getting caught up and getting your car keyed.
This is so on this side of the state. Out really quick, funny story. I was at Meyer and I saw people with the pineapple upside down, right? And I was like, oh, so that's how you're supposed to do pineapple, right? So I turned my pineapple upside down because I didn't know. And I was strolling through, saw some some white girlfriends of mine, and they looked at me and they were like, turn your pineapple upside. I was like, I saw a lot of people with the pineapple upside down. Like, is that how you tell it get right that way? I don't know. How do how do you know? They were like, no, sweetheart. There's a lot of swingers in this community. So then I was like, oh, now I want to know. Like, because I saw a lot of people with the pineapple upside down. So I inquiring minds want to know, and I had to ask questions of people I knew turned the pineapple upside down. I didn't know.
Girl. Now wait, what area have you been doing?
I live Kalamazoo, Grand Rapids area.
Okay. Well,
So,
okay.
I mean, and you have Saugatuck is right there, Holland. It's a lot of things happen over in the country.
Oh wow. Okay, well, like I said, that ain't really how they move in Detroit.
That be cheating.
They just be cheating. They just, yeah, buddy. Okay. Okay, wait, and we didn't even get to
Other
Stephanie and Terrence. Okay, so I found myself resonating highly with Joyce, Terrence's mom, because I was just like, I see the writing on the wall with this hooker here. So of course I'm not gonna be comfortable with her. Now, granted, I'm not gonna say that I resonate with her when it comes to the clothes and it comes to the hair and everything, because ain't nothing frumpy over this way, okay?
Okay.
But as far as wanting to maintain some level of tact and things, and be appropriate for church, and not be out here running your hands all up and down my husband. Yeah, I was messing with Joyce. I was messing with her. I ain't really like the fact that they messed around and now they cool and all this type of stuff. Like, nah, sis, she was still hunching on your husband, and I'm not here for. No, no, I ain't here for it. I ain't here for it. But Stephanie and Terrence, okay. Mm.
Go ahead. You want to start with one?
Okay. So the whole violation scene.
Yep.
Was that really? Was it really? I mean, was it really?
So yes, it was really, but I'm gonna tell you, she said had he asked, he would have got it. It wasn't a probably, he was gonna get it.
Yeah.
She was gonna give it to him. That's why she didn't react the way most people would have acted after being violated that way. She saw that as an opportunity to somehow control him or an outcome that affected him later on down the road. So she wasn't gonna say anything to anyone about that. She said, "Okay, I see how you play. Had you asked me, I would have given it to you. I'd have gave it up to you. I was already checking you out. But now this is how you want to play. I'm gonna use this against you. It's gonna come back to bite you."
Girl, listen, I think however this conversation is going, the folks in the metaverse and stuff is they tapping in, and child, we got the nasty folks that just showed up in the chat. I'm trying to block folks because this ain't never happened to me before. Get out of here, whoever you are, leave. Oh, don't you get us shut down? I don't know these people. Facebook, listen, I don't know. him. I don't know this man, okay? Or this woman. I don't know who that is. But you got to get out of here. I see it's blocked on one of my devices, but I'm still seeing it in this chat. I don't know. I don't know what that's about. But see, this ain't never happened. But until I started talking about this doggone mother-in-law here. See, this you. You have to catch the smoke.
You know,
You did this.
I don't even know this woman. I don't know her. She's
I don't know who that
I
is.
don't know Veronica Daniels.
I don't know Veronica. I
Um,
know. I don't know. Child, let me see. Oh Lord. Oh, oh. Put girl, they got an option on here to put the user in time out. Child, put them in time out. Get it out of here. Can y'all still see it? Somebody put in it. Y'all got y'all little faces in here and stuff. Can y'all see it? I am. Ooh, I'm devastated right now. I just don't even know what to do with myself. Okay. But I will say that I mean this book will this book will bring them out. Bring them out. Bring them out.
I I'm not even going
You
to
want to apologize or no?
no, well, I'm gonna apologize that
Oh
anal
no.
penetration thought this was the check for them. I'm gonna
I
apologize for
saw
that.
it and I said, "What? Did I miss a part? I don't remember that. I remember a lot of stuff, but dang, I missed that
Um,
part."
mm.
What did he say?
He said, "Oh yeah, it was there."
I missed it. That's okay, because clearly whoever was in the chat didn't. Okay, I just.
I'm so sorry. Um, hilarious.
Oh, this is funny. They can't be coming in here throwing me all off in my doggone chat. They got to leave me alone now. They know I'm a newbie. I can't be getting distracted like this. Don't know what to do with myself. Oh, okay. Listen, where were we? With Stephanie and Terrence
Yes.
and his daddy. That was nasty. I felt for Joyce too, because then afterwards she wanted to be all friendly and stuff like that. And I was just thinking to myself, like,
He had no clue.
had no clue. Like, now you
Mhm.
out here all hugged up. Oh, baby, oh, thank you for an outfit. You ain't buying me no
But
outfit.
don't you find that that's usually the case when one of the partners is in and cheating, having an extracurricular affair? It's always the other partner who gets befriended,
Mm,
and it blindsides you like that. So
that's
we've
so
seen that
dangerous.
happen.
That's so dangerous. Like, you got to keep that separate. Somebody gonna get, oh, never mind. I'm
Well,
scared.
Veronica, she really believed in keeping your enemies closer.
She
Like,
did.
and we gonna get as close as we can possibly get.
Mm, definitely. I mean, not even close. Inside of.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm gonna get to know you real well.
Real good. I'm saying Shiston went and investigated their finances and everything. It makes I was a little scared. I would never want nobody to be, going through my little business and stuff. Like, listen here, let me tell you some things I want you to know about me. Don't be doing no investigations. Don't be asking no questions and background checks. Wait a minute. Outside of doing, an Otis check, don't be doing all the extra stuff. Cause granted, I'm gonna do an Otis. I'm gonna pull you up on the Otis, okay? I have talked about that in the past. I'm gonna do it, but I'm not about to go and look up your credit score and all that type of stuff, because I mean, by the time you get serious with somebody, they might be working on that credit. That score might be, 60,
So,
70 points better than when you
mm-mm,
first met them.
mm-mm. What I've learned from people who conduct business like that, they check you out thoroughly before they even approach you with an idea. And I say that from personal experience because outside of being an author, I was a business banker. And I predominantly dealt with white, rich individuals or wealthy, let's put it that way, people who had businesses that gross 10 to 20 million annually, right? Before I stepped in the room, they all knew who I was. They had already done a thorough background. I had references to cars and stuff brought up into conversations that I had with people. And then I'd be like, but I've never driven that car here. How would you know what else I drive?
Mm.
And it would be because they've done their homework. They knew enough about me to be very dangerous because
Ooh,
I would ultimately be handling, their business portfolio. And when we talking about money like that, they want to know ahead of time. So it didn't surprise me that Veronica moved that way.
See, you teach me, girl. Listen, when you middle class, baby, you don't be knowing nothing
No,
about these things. You
when you
teach me
a
something.
thousandaire, you won't have that problems. I'm never gonna go check nobody out.
You see what I'm
Why?
saying?
Because that's extra money.
Otis, that's all I can. That's all I'm doing because it's free. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
that's it. That's all I got. Okay, so yes, I'm with you. I'm with you on this one. I want to know who that boy's daddy. You gonna tell us?
Okay. Everybody want to know who the pappy is.
Yeah,
Listen.
who that pappy?
It is gonna come out. It is gonna come out. When I ended the book, I had no idea who the father was because each of the men that she slept with had so much to lose, right? Um, and being that Veronica did everything that she could so that she can gain her husband's fortune, right? She could gain the business without sharing it with her daughters. She was entitled, she could now remarry if she wanted to, now that her daughters were all married. The stipulations her last husband left on her, naming that her son's father would be giving another man control over her. That was never something she was ever going to do. However, I am done with Veronica. I am more interested in this child, right?
Yeah.
And in the book, there is going to be a book about the son. The book is going to be called or entitled The Son of a Bitch, right? So, The Son of a Bitch. And we're going to talk about him. We're going to talk
Oh,
about
say it one more time because I like how you put them emphasis on it.
the son of a bitch.
Okay.
Like, cause I was just like, what happens? Like, if she's this old, what happens to this child? Like, what is the relationship with the daughters and this child? Like, I want to know, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, cause in my mind, Veronica dead, right? So that's how far gone we are. Veronica's gone. I want to talk about this son. I need to know, how did he grow up? Did she do anything different? Did she learn any lessons? Because she said, I think life would have been so much different had I had a son. Well, you had one. What did you learn? What did you do differently? If anything, I need to know how he grows up. And we're going to find out who his father is.
All right. All right then. So when we gonna find out?
It is going to be released in November.
Okay.
So not too far off.
So,
But I need to know how her son turns out.
okay, I think we all want to know how her son turns out because honestly, I mean, her daughters didn't turn out bad, and I feel like he's gonna be the one that's gonna give her the run, baby. He gonna be it, and she old.
I'm gonna tell you, it's twice the size, if not 3 times the size of Veronica's story. Like, I really went into detail about him, the journey he's on, his interactions with his sisters, and then that his quest to find out who his father is, because he knows. Like, on Veronica's deathbed, she does share that with him. And then we watch it unfold Because
Oh,
I mean, he is the son of a bitch. So it's gonna be. I love giving people something to talk about, right?
mm,
Veronica was something to talk about, whether you loved her or hate her. So just imagine her with this young impressionable mind. She could either do a whole lot of good if it's in her, or she could teach him some very horrible habits. And I'm leaning more towards the latter. So we're gonna watch how that unfolds.
ooh, wee. Well, I'm sure that all of us that have read The Mother-in-Law is excited to hear about and read The Son of a Bitch. Okay, we got us another question in the chat.
He's going to be a bitch.
Was a business banker. So, what is your full time occupation? Are you a full time author now?
Well, yes, now I'm a full-time author. Because of my COVID long haulers, I am no longer able to work
Oh,
the 9 to 5. Which is fine because I was done climbing the corporate ladder. Like I had done all that I wanted to do. Um, it was never my intentions to do that. I did it because when we first moved here to Michigan, we had a young family. We were going to need to pay for college for a couple boys, and like it was supposed to be a stepping stone to help the family out. Well, we're empty nesters now, and I'm a grandmother. Like I'm done. I was done. COVID helped me put the final staple in that, but I have my COVID long haulers. They cause a lot of risk with me managing portfolios like that.
mm,
Um, so and I'm gonna end on a high note. Like I was the only person who looked like me working for the bank in Michigan, or we can go all the way over to Chicago before you found another one that looked like me. The only woman in that position, and with that, with a VP title. So it served me well. I sat at a lot of really powerful tables. Was an influencer within the financial industry around inclusion and diversity.
awesome.
And I left on a very high note, one that I could be proud of, and gave a lot back to the community as a financial literacy advocate. So um, yeah, but I don't work anymore. It's okay. I like to be home and be creative. So,
Awesome.
which was my background anyway. So,
I love it. And I'm happy for you.
um, what I will tell anyone is this: be careful what you put out into the universe, right? Because I said 2 years to the date that I contracted COVID and was told I could not return to work. I had said, I'm quitting in 2 years. I don't want to do this anymore. I'm tired of being the only person who looks like me. I'm tired of being the example. I am done with corporate America, specifically white corporate America. I'm done. Like, I don't want to do it. And I kept saying that over and over again. And it was the way that I said it, because those words have meaning, right? I was putting it out into the universe. Now, I never said, like, and I'm going to be healthy and life is going to be great and it's going to be so relaxing. I didn't say any of that. I said I was done. And I kept saying it just like that. And what did I get in return? Oh, I was done.
Done.
Just like that, I was done. Uh, but it wasn't the way that I thought it would turn out. Like I traded one stress for health concerns that I'm a firm believer, this too shall pass. And if it doesn't, I'll manage to it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'll be the best version of myself with these conditions. It might take me a little longer to do some things, but it'll get done. So like that was the lesson learned, is I knew that I would be here and be free to do what I wanted to do. It was just not the terms that I thought. So I'm very conscious of what I say now,
Mm,
because when you ask God and you put things out into the universe, you need to be more specific about exactly what it is that you want and need.
good advice.
Um, so yeah, so no, I don't work anymore. Answer
You're a full-time author and creative. Doing what you love.
Yes. It gets me back to, I was originally a theater major. So most people don't know that about me either.
Okay, so you
Um, I gotta tell a story. I was a childhood actress. Um,
what was
and,
you on? I be acting too. That's why.
um, I was on Sesame Street. I did Reading Rainbow. I did, I think, 2 or 3 episodes of the Electric Company and a lot of regional commercials and shows that aired back in New York.
Oh my goodness. Take
So,
a look. It's in a book. A reading rainbow. Oh,
oh,
okay. That just made me happy. And she just recently they was giving her flowers. I can't remember where it was, but she was in there singing that song. She sounds just as good today as she did, what was that, 30, 40 years ago
hmm
with Reading Rainbow. She sounded good. Oh, that makes me happy. I do a little something from time to time too.
well, I heard that voice now.
I, I haven't in a while, but I might need to step back into some things, do a little something. Cause this Detroit scene for
It's
TV
popping.
film is
It's popping.
yeah.
Detroit is the mecca of I'm gonna say author author books to movies right now. Like
Mhm.
the scene here is very hot,
It's
and
heavy. It's heavy.
I'm an advocate for it.
I might have to.
You might have to get back out there.
I might have to get back out there.
And listen, and what I say to people is that they can only say 1 or 2 things. They can say yes, right?
Mhm.
They can say it however they want to say it. They can say hell yes, yeah, yeah, whatever it is. They can say yes or they can say no. And no simply means not right now.
Mhm.
Not right now.
The
You're not
age,
what we're looking
not,
for, but I might have something for you down the road. It's no is not the end all. And I done heard no in 38 languages, so I'm perfectly okay with no.
me too.
Hmm.
Me too. I'm gonna start actually asking. Cause see, that's probably more so my problem. I'm not asking. So maybe if I go ahead and sure put it on out there, then maybe something happen. But we got another question here for you. Who do you see playing Veronica Daniels? Is turning any of your books into movies an actual dream plan of yours?
Yes. So let's go in reverse. Yes. I am currently working on, well, I have the um rough draft of the screenplay for one of my books, The Last Letter. Um I cuz and this happens to be one of my favorite books that I've written because it is so emotional. It's a huge piece of me in this book. So I wanted to start there, right?
Okay.
So we're in the rough drafts of that. My goal is to go into production by the end of the fall and get that done. I am planning on doing it on this side of the state. Um, and the budget has already been set. So that is going to be one of my focuses as we get towards summer, get casting and all that stuff done. So yeah, I'm excited about that. As far as who do I see playing Veronica, Melissa DeSosa from The Best
Really?
Man would make the perfect Veronica. Like we have to age her just a little bit,
I
but
was gonna say because
she could pull that off. I could see oh my goodness, I just lost her. Thin line between love and hate. What was
Lynn Whitfield, because
Lynn
that was my
Whitfield?
that was my person,
I can
and
see
not
Lynn
Ebony's
Whitfield
person
pulling
too.
this off. And even if we got a no name, like an unknown, untapped talent to play her, because again, I put out there that she was drop dead gorgeous, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I want that all factor when you see her. Like, oh, she's damn, she looked good. I need you to see that. And I think that the issue is within the Black actress pool, we've seen them all before. We
Yeah,
already know they're gorgeous,
because
but
with
I need a fresh face to
Angela,
pull this off.
yeah, you probably need a fresh face.
So
And I was thinking even Angela Bassett. Once you said that whole 65 thing, I'm like,
yeah,
you got
Angela Bassett, but
a bad
come
boy.
on now, Angela Bassett really gonna do Veronica.
Yeah, nah.
So you got to think like and again, my background was theater. So, and I switched and I became behind the scenes. So it's always like if we're really going for the wow factor and the awe factor of this character, it should be a fresh face. And there's a lot of hot mamas out there. So I'm just saying.
Lisa Ray.
Lisa Ray could definitely play her.
Lisa Ray could pull that. Yeah, Lisa Ray could make that one pop.
Yes, she could.
Yeah.
I see it. I see it.
I can see that. I can see that happen. And even in real life, she up there, but she can pull the same dudes that her daughter can.
Oh
She
yeah.
got a grown daughter, and
Oh
her
yeah.
daughter beautiful.
Lisa Ray is gorgeous. She could definitely pull. I think she has a lot of that, and I don't mean this in a bad way, that bitchy vibe that I need to come through for Veronica.
She
like
could
that powerful, demanding essence with your presence. You kind of need that with Veronica, and Lisa Ray definitely gives that to me.
I love it. I love it. And okay, so I'm trying to, it's this one show, The Family Business. And the mama on The Family Business, she ain't bad either.
No, she is not.
She ain't bad.
No, she could definitely play her too.
Wait a minute. But why she gonna say ugh first though?
No.
Jada.
No on principle.
Wait a minute. It seemed to me like she'd be a perfect fit.
I don't.
Now you talking about principles.
No, right. I got a lot of nerve, right? I would have to let that marinate. I never thought of Jada. I would have to think about that.
Oh, I could see Jada.
Well, this like almost becomes real life imitating art. So when we bring her into the mix, so she might be a perfect fit.
I feel like, oh yeah, and then we got us another suggestion.
Vanessa Bell.
I love me some Vanessa Bell. I could see her pulling it out, but then I would have to actually be rooting for her because I love me some Vanessa Bell.
It's one of those. Veronica is one of those characters where I like to see a goody two shoe play somebody as raw and reckless and sexual as Veronica.
Yeah, Vanessa could pull that off. Yeah, so
there's a whole group of women I think would be great in this role.
Oh my goodness, that was good. Them some good ones. And then I mean the girls, we have to figure out.
I gotta have backups for them backups.
yeah. We gotta figure some other folks out. But the time has flown by. We have gotten to our final moments of our live chat. And this has just been such a fun hour this evening. This is Ebony. She has a message for you. Marlon suggested Vivica A. Fox too in there too. Just
yep, I thought about Vivica too. I saw her. I was watching something the other night, and I was like, she could do this role justice
too. So we have our message from Ebony, and she says, "You have been so transparent and thorough with EyeCU reading throughout your feature, and we want you to know that we appreciate you for rocking with us. We hope that you won't be a stranger to the group. And before we let you go, please tell us how we can keep in touch with you on social media."
First of all, thank you all. I felt so bad, and I had told Ebony like the month of January had been so tough for me dealing with all these COVID long haulers, and I wasn't as active as I wanted to be. But I am so appreciative of this group yes, I'll be more active. I will not be scared of Freestyle Fridays anymore now that I participated. It was a great, I loved it. And the encouragement from the group, like I said in one of my responses, like once you have the resources, you tend to want to do better. And I want to do better by my craft. So like knowing that the resources are in this group, I'll be reaching out. I'll stay active. And assist any way that I can. Yes, A. Lewis. A. Lewis, author A. Lewis on Facebook. Um, A_A_ Lewis 716 on IG. Same thing on what is the other one? Tickety Talk on the Tickety Talk.
TikTok.
On the Tickety Talk. You can find me there. I am currently running a series on all the book expos that are happening. So I'll continue to post those because we got a couple new expos that have come to light. And I want to make sure that as authors, we get out and support. And more importantly, readers know where we're going to be at so that they can also show out and show up for us. So I'll continue to do that. But yes, I'm always on social media. This is what you're gonna get. The hair does what it does. But please follow me, befriend me. I am this is what you get. I am just a girl from the 716 having fun, y'all.
All right. Well, thank you again for being with us tonight. Thank you to everyone who was here, who was listening in, who was watching, who was asking your questions. I'm so glad to have you with us on tonight. Be sure that if you are not already a member of EyeCU Reading and Chatting, that you go ahead and you join. If you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel yet, please do so. If you have not subscribed to the Urban Green Room, which is the podcast for A. Lewis and her husband, then make sure that you do that as well. And you can follow them on all of the podcasting streaming networks. Yeah. All right. So everyone have a wonderful evening. If there is a football game still on, go watch it. And toodaloo.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.